Today we are going to discuss about the necessary conditions for combustion. We have got different substances like a piece of paper, matchstick and a candle. We know that combustion is a process in which a substance reacts with oxygen and produce heat. This matchstick is burning and it is producing heat. We see that this piece of paper is also burning and producing heat. Similarly, we see that when we light up a candle, it also burns and produces heat. Such substances which react with oxygen and giving off heat are called combustible substances, and these substances are important for combustion to take place. Such combustible substances are called as fuel. So first very important condition for combustion to take place is presence of fuel. As we move for the next condition necessary for combustion, let us do an activity. As I had lit up a candle over here, I keep 2 blocks on either side of this candle and take a tumbler which is open on both of the sides. This is open on both sides, and cover this candle. By covering this candle, I am actually cutting off air supply from the sides and allowing the air movement from the lower side of candle and from the upper side of the candle. We observe that candle is continuously burning, or a continuous flame is observed in the candle, and it is there, air is moving from the lower side of candle as well as from the upper side of the candle. Slowly, if I remove these blocks, by removing these blocks, I am actually cutting off the air supply from the lower side of a candle. And now what we are observing? We are observing again a continuous flame. And see, this flame is flickering. You can observe it carefully in front of you. This flickering of the flame and a more production of the smoke is observed. If the same tumbler is covered with a piece of wood on its top side, what will happen? We observe that flame turns off, candle stops burning. From here, this activity, we can conclude that air is important for combustion. So this is our second necessary condition, presence of air. First was presence of fuel, second condition, presence of air. Now moving on to the third condition. We have read about third condition, that is ignition temperature. Now we should know what is ignition temperature. It is the lowest temperature at which substances start burning. As we try to understand ignition temperature, I take a 2 piece of paper here, and by folding these piece of paper, I will make 2 cone shaped structures. This is one cone like structure, and by folding another piece also in the same manner, I have made two cone-like structures. These two cone-like structures of the same type of paper I am having with me. Now one by one we will do a simple activity using these two paper cones. First of all, lighting up the candle. And now bringing one cone of paper near the flame of this candle. What do we observe? We observe that this paper cone burn very quickly. Now we take another cone of paper that we have already made and pour some water in it. After pouring some water, we keep this cone over the same flame. We observe that paper do not burn so quickly as we have seen in first case. What is the reason? In first case, the paper cone was having low ignition temperature because it was dry enough. So it burns very quickly. But in this case, we are observing that paper cone is having water, and this water has actually raised the ignition temperature of paper. Whatever the heat is absorbed by the paper is passed to the water. That is why it do not catches fire easily. So this is how ignition temperature affects the combustion. Low ignition temperature is observed in easily combustible substances, whereas substances which are not easily combustible, they are having high ignition temperature. As we see in case of wood do not catches fire on its own because it has high ignition temperature. If I take this piece of paper and matchstick from the reverse side, which one will take quickly will burn? Piece of paper burns very quickly, having low ignition temperature, whereas this matchstick which I had taken from the back side, it takes little bit time to burn because it has higher ignition temperature. So the least temperature at which substances start burning is called ignition temperature. So we can, from these activities, we can conclude that there are three important conditions necessary for combustion to take place. First one, presence of fuel, we have seen, and presence of air, that is the second important condition, and third condition is ignition temperature. If any of these conditions is removed, combustion will not take place. Student, you can perform this activity on your own also, but one thing should be kept in the mind, that such activity which involves the burning or combustion should be taken under the supervision of your parents. So please don't do these activities independently, but do these activities under the supervision of your parents. Thank you.